Hello, everyone. This is Luis Concepcion from Strategic Profit Line Trading coming to you with trading week number 3. As always, all this information is for educational purposes. It's not intended for any investment advice. It's not tailored to any one individual, and everybody must understand their time horizon. Past performance is not indicative of future results or success. And remember that all investment involves risk, including the loss of your principal. For this week, as always, I'll be covering the news. I'll be giving you a quick, brief market overview. And this week, we have 99 companies that will be reporting earnings. And understand I won't be, as always, I won't be covering all of them. However, I will cover the majority of the ones that I believe will allow us the opportunity to get into some trades. So for week 2, we were kind of flat. Provided 14 zones last week. We went one for one on stocks, and on options, we went 3 for 1. And there was 8 zones that there was no entry, and 2 zones closed on Friday. 2 positions closed on Friday. Here's what the earnings outlooks looks for this week. Obviously, the market is closed on Monday, starting with Tuesday through Friday. We have a lot of banks again reporting this week. For those of you who want to see what the trades were that hit last week, we had CMC and AYI. Like I said, CMC was profitable. AYI was a non-profitable trade. And on the options home front, we did a little bit better. All 3 of our zones were profitable and 1 was not. So going into our news, I won't cover anything on Monday as the U.S. equity markets are closed. However, for those of you who are trading futures and forex, those markets will be open, and understand that the British pound has an event in the late evening. So be mindful of that for you forex and futures traders. Moving on to Tuesday, we got the CPI in the morning pre-market for the Canadian dollar. And we have manufacturing index for the US dollar pre-market. So there may be some volatility with the dollar. British pound will be affected on Tuesday as well. Moving on to Wednesday, we got our retail sales reports. We've got both of them pre-market, so I expect some initial volatility in the morning on Wednesday. Wednesday afternoon, the Australian dollar will be affected. On Thursday, we got unemployment claims pre-market, so expect some volatility again at the open on Thursday morning. And Friday, we have consumer sentiment report 30 minutes after the market opens. So be cognizant of those events for the week. And obviously, I'll be covering earnings here shortly. So moving into the charts, as always, I'll start with the 4 indices before I cover earnings. As you can see, this is the SPX. You can see that this level is still holding. Understand that this level has already worked once. On Thursday, we had a significant 30-point drop in the S&P 500. It was more significant in the NASDAQ. I'll cover that here shortly. But just understand that if you elect to make a trade on this level, it's less and less probable of working again. And that level is 47.56 to 48.19. Understand that the futures market has already made an all-time high. The cash index, which is this, the SPX has not. So I won't be surprised if we hit 48.20 and make an all-new time high before we start. Going to the downside, on the demand side, I added a new level here. We got 45.87 to 45.64 and 45.19 to 44.84. And that's going to do it for the S&P 500. For the NASDAQ, as you can see, this level was the level I provided last week, 16,826 to 16,970. As I said, if you played this in the options market, it held. We had a 200-point drop on Thursday. The next level I have for you on the demand side is 15,349 to 15,64. Moving on to the Dow, as I said last week, there is no supply in the Dow. So we're just waiting to see if this market is going to continue going higher, or we're going to revert back down. And the first demand level I have for you in the Dow Jones is 362 to 359, and then 352 to 348. Moving on to the Russell. As you can see, the Russell pretty much didn't move all week. We're in the middle of these two levels. So the Russell can go either way. Obviously, if the other markets decide to continue going higher, the Russell will go back to this level. And if the markets decide to move down, obviously the Russell will go down. And these are the two levels I have for you on the supply side, 2025 to 20, let's call it 2070. And on the demand side, 1881 to 1847. Now moving into the earnings starting Tuesday morning, we got Goldman Sachs. And the first level I have for you, no supply in Goldman Sachs. First level I have for you is 353.64 to 348.75, and then 340.53 to 334.30. Next one is Morgan Stanley. For Morgan Stanley, I do have supply for you. So you get the 94.52 to 99.24 on the supply side. Understand that you can see that this level has already worked previously. And on the demand side, I got 81.39 to 79.29 and 76.77 to 73.88. PNC, another market on Tuesday morning. As you can see, this level is already working. Not sure if it'll hold again if we get back up there. However, the 155.12 to 161.11 is the level on supply for PNC Bank. And on the demand side, we got 141.92, 138.55. And I have another level here for you at 130.82 to 126.90. Moving on to Tuesday after the market, got progress. So as you can see, we're in the middle of nowhere right now. Earnings will probably take us to one of our levels. On the demand side, I got 47.62 to 45.84, and on the supply side, 60.75 to 62.34. Moving on to Wednesday morning, we got Charles Schwab reporting. On the supply side, I got 74.65 to 78.86, and on the demand side, 57.11 to 53.54. And another demand level at 49.22 to 45.74. Still Wednesday morning, Logistics Group. On the demand side, I got 119.82 to 117.52, and I got another level at 112.28 to 108.67. I have supply for you, but it's 30 points away. So if they blow earnings out of the water, there's a probability we get up here. I highly doubt it, but never say never, and I'll just give you the supply at 162.38 to 174.71. US Bank also reporting Wednesday morning. And the levels I have for you is 37.77 to 36.48 on the demand side, and on the supply side, 45.28 to 48.30. As you can see, this level has already commenced working. Last company I have for you Wednesday morning is CFG. And on the demand side, I got 29.78 to 28.04. And as you can see, there's another level right below it at 27.40 to 26.09. On the supply side, 40.20 to 41.36. Moving on to Wednesday aftermarket, got Discover credit card. On the supply side, you got 120.87 to 122.64, and on the demand side, 79.65 to 72.14. I'm not sure what the name of this company is, but like you know how I feel. It doesn't matter as long as the chart provides us an opportunity. The ticker sign is SNV. On the demand side, 30.72 to 29.35, and on the supply side, 40.22 to 42.34. Just understand that this level has already worked for a $4 profit. T-Mobile, I'm not sure how that got in there. My apologies. Where'd my chart go? There we go. That was weird. Try that again. Sorry, guys. I'm not sure what's going on with my charts. Anyway, we got PPG for the next company, 129.77 on the demand side to 126.27, and on the supply side, 151.80 to 159.26. And the last company I got for you reporting on Friday, market is going to be Ali, and on the demand side, that's going to be 27.86 to 26.52. On the supply side, 41.68, 43.29. That's going to do it for us on the earnings front and our charts for the week. As always, I'll leave you with my contact information. Feel free to follow me on Facebook and LinkedIn for updates throughout the week. If in the event that things changes, and if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you have any companies you'd like me to cover, feel free to email me, and then feel free to check out my website for upcoming courses and classes if you want to see how we actually get in and out of these trades. Till next time, till next week, happy trading.